Today we are in a series called I Am. During the time when Jesus walked this earth, many people might have questioned Jesus or even had thoughts about him. They could have asked the question like, who is this Jesus? Who does he think he is? And how did he do that? You see, Jesus claimed to be God's son. He performed miracles. He spoke with authority. He served and loved everyone. He was perfect. I mean, seriously, wouldn't you have questions? Anyways, Jesus would explain who he was in ways for people to understand. He would use different I am statements to describe his character. To us, these statements may seem a little odd, but they have a deeper meaning. Today, let's talk about when Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Uh-oh, looks like the power went out. How am I supposed to do this video? I can't see anything.
Renee, are you in here?
Yeah, what happened?
It looks like there's a storm coming through and it knocked out the power. Maybe this could help.
Well, that was a little creepy.
Yeah, I don't like the dark.
Hey, the lights came back on. Whew, that was kind of scary. All right, we can finally begin today's lesson.
Yeah, you said something about Jesus being the light of the world?
Yes, Jesus mentions this statement after he talks about sin among a group of religious leaders and a lady who was caught in sin. You know what sin is, right?
Sin. Isn't that when you do something wrong against God?
Yeah, that's right. God gives us clear commandments in his word to follow by. That's how we love God, by following his commandments. When we choose to disobey God, we are sinning, and sin separates us from God.
Man, sometimes it can be so difficult to always do the right thing.
Right? It's because we're not perfect. But there is one who is perfect, and that's Jesus. In a world that is so broken, Jesus came to be a light in the darkness.
Oh, like this flashlight.
Yes, but less blinding.
Oh, sorry. But how is Jesus the light of the world? Last time I checked, he was God's son, not a light bulb.
Yeah, you're right about that. Just listen to this story. One day while Jesus was teaching in the temple courts, Pharisees and teachers of the law brought in a woman who had been caught in sin. Forcing her to stand before all the people, they asked Jesus, Teacher, this woman was caught in sin. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now what do you say? Knowing they were trying to catch him in a trap, Jesus bent down and began writing on the ground with his finger. They persisted in questioning him until Jesus stood up and said, Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her. Then he resumed his bent position to write again on the ground. One by one, from the oldest to the youngest, people slipped away quietly until Jesus and the woman were left alone. Straightening up again, Jesus asked, Woman, where are they? Hasn't anyone found you guilty? She replied, No one, sir. Then I don't find you guilty either, Jesus said. Go on and leave your life of sin. Jesus spoke to the people again. He said, I am the light of the world. Anyone who follows me will never walk in darkness. They will have that light, and they will have life. You see, being in a world that is full of sin, it can feel dark. Physical darkness is something that many people are uncomfortable with.
You mean like that?
Yep, looks like the power went out again. You still got that flashlight?
I sure do.
Oh, seriously. Good thing that's not a lightsaber.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, just like how we are in darkness now, the world can feel this way. Can I see this? In darkness, there is fear because you can't see. You're blind. And by living in sin, you are walking in darkness. We are blind to see what we are doing wrong. And we know that living for Jesus is the best way to live. But if we don't know Jesus, who is the light of the world, we keep sinning.
Yeah, because if we follow Jesus, we quickly see how messed up we are, how we sin daily, and see that we desperately need him.
Yep, that's why Jesus said he's the light of the world, because he's perfect. He did everything his Father wanted him to do, and we should want to live this way too. But we have to look to Jesus. He helps us see our wrongs. He helps us see how to live for him. And what's really cool is that we can receive this light.
Yeah, we can be made right with God when we choose to put our trust in Jesus.
Hey, that's good timing, because I think my flashlight just died.
It's good to know that I don't have to fear darkness because I know Jesus and he is the light of the world. Anyway, thanks for the lesson, but I gotta go. Kinda in the mood for a light snack.
I see what you did there. Today, let's remember that Jesus is the light. He stood out because he came to rescue us from sin, and he showed us how to live. Just like light, Jesus gives us a way to see him, to see how we are to live our lives. Jesus came to give us comfort, peace, and a way to see him in a world that is dark. His light helps us to connect with God and to be with God. So you might ask, who is Jesus? And he would respond with, I am the light of the world.